got my new glasses. Ah. Anyway, running late this morning. Packed the cooler with just some water. It's cold outside, so I gotta dress really warm. All right, well, stay tuned for a day at Cornerstone with 10 horses and 9 people in the cold, so we're probably gonna be inside the barn. All right, well, I finally got in the truck after husband put the cooler in and said my goodbyes and got all my warm clothes on. This is the coldest that it's been since I've been making videos with you guys. It's 41 degrees. Oh, burr. It's gonna be fun. Once I start working on horses, I'll warm right up. But, oh yeah, I forgot to do my Q-tip thing. You know what they say, Q-tip is the best thing in the world. Sometimes it's better than, oh, well anyway. I love Q-tips. I forgot to do them before I ran out the door. But I hope you had some nice celebration with family and laughs, and that's the most important thing, is to have good laughs and good memories, because when it all boils down to it, that's what we've got left, is our great memories to reminisce on. I would say that our Thanksgiving was the most laughing and connected that my mom and Tim have been, and it was really nice to have those laughs with my mom to celebrate. I made a video, I'm gonna release it too, but I made a video to show you guys what she was laughing while we were laughing. Well, I'm driving to Cornerstone, which is about 45 to 50 minutes from where I live, and we're going to just 10 dressage eventing jumper type horses that you guys have seen before. Sometimes we say things on camera and people don't want some of the things they say or their face to be on camera, but I do the best I can to try to delineate it. It'd be different if they came to my property, then everything would be on camera, kind of like with Jamie and Lester, but oh yeah, something else I wanted to say. Still don't have the window fixed. I think I like it, you know, like some ventilation in here, and I'm just kidding. All right, I'm about to pull into Cornerstone, and I am 8 minutes early to the job for the first time. Whoop, whoop. Never early places. Y'all didn't know that about me. I'm always late. Well, I'm excited to see all of the horses today and all their progress. All right, this is the street to turn on, and then it's here on the left. Got a lot of nice land. I see horses already have their fur coats on. They're all puffed up. All right, there's a big bump here. Hold on, guys. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, ah. Big bump, big bump. Well, this is the first thing I see when I get here. These baby Holsteiners are always playing, loving on each other. Oh, look at them. They're so sweet. Well, I see some people already riding today. Oh, you guys, Jessica has the cutest jacket on. Look at this. Look how pretty it is. It's got horses all over it. She got it at a resale shop for like $12. She's so thrifty. That's cool. It is cold, huh, Jess?
Yes.
41 degrees.
I have on 4 layers up top and 2 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have leggings on under my jeans.
And Canadians are laughing at us.
I'm okay with that.
Our bodies don't like the cold. Well, I have on only 3 layers. 1 shirt, 1 jacket, and 1 vest. So I figure if I'm working, I can peel out of 2 of them.
You have to layer in Texas.
Yeah, you have to layer in Texas, but probably
It's going to be like in the 60s later.
60s, yeah. So I'll have on probably just my t-shirt.
I'll strip down those 2 layers and have on just my thin shirt.
All right, over here.
Your layers are thinner than mine.
My layers are thinner. Well, we're here and we're going to get everything unpacked. All right, all right. Now, the angle at which I took this video is not great. And it was because I couldn't have the tripod near the horse or in the breezeway where other horses walk. In this moment of the video, I'm showing the owner how to do massage of the butt muscle, glute muscle of this horse. And I'm showing her that he's very tense in his glutes, which is causing him to have hind leg placement issues. You can see me grabbing her hand and rubbing her hand on that area to show her some releasing techniques and some body work that will help her horse feel better after he is ridden. Now, she's never looked at it this way before. She is surprised and shocked that he's looking back at her and saying, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing there? You've never done that to me before." And a lot of times we don't realize the ways that we could help a horse are something simple, something easy to do after you finish riding, to give the horse a reward for the work that they've done for you. I think we take it for granted that we put a saddle on their back and we ride them. And what's in it for them? The moment the saddle comes off, they get to eat some grass and some hay, and sure, they want food. But this that I'm teaching her here in this video is something over and above what the horse would even expect. And I can imagine that he will feel thankful and feel like he wants to be ridden because he knows what's coming afterward is going to be something to help his body feel better. She said that she was thankful. She stepped away. And I proceeded to check how he's moving in his hind end after we released that tension in his glute muscles. Captain is a very great horse. He is very flexible. He's very willing. He's thanking me. He's very grateful for the work that's done on his body. He's super bendy and he moves a lot. Now, one would think that being bendy and great is awesome, but sometimes we can be too hyper or increased mobile. Hypermobility is not great either. So I'm going to get on the ladder here and adjust his pelvis, but I just wanted to tell you guys, well, someone standing in my view, that this video did not turn out the way I thought because of all the passerbys and the traffic. And also the sounds. So you may hear me do some more voiceovers throughout the video because of the way that the quality of this turned out. But now in this part of the video, I'm asking him to lift his leg by clicking, and I'm checking his motion of every joint, the pastern, the fetlock, the knee, the shoulder, the elbow. Pulling his leg forward, I'm checking the shoulder motion, and the shoulder is out of place. Now I realize that I'm too high for his liking, and he wants to go over at that point. I could just feel it inside. He's saying, go in. So I went in, and he stretched his neck to the left innately to release tension in the muscles of his neck. I'm going to go do the other leg. I click and check the joint motion of his pastern, his fetlock. Another horse in the way. Pretty horse. Do his knee adjustment, check his knee, check his shoulder. Now my job is to free up motion. So you see him turn to the right as I stretch his chest. Pull the leg forward, put the hoof between my leg, and he wants to go inward, encouraging him to go outward and to let that joint release on the chest muscle, and then set it back down. Well, and I will did. He was following me around, so he was trying to tell me. There you go. He wants some Zephyr maker. Yeah, he's like, Mom, can I get my hip stretched? Because I'm going really tight. Now here's a fun fact about my hand placement. Did you know that your hand has to be higher than the halter strap to not occlude the oxygen from the horse? A lot of people put their hand too far down on the muzzle and can occlude their airway. Now in this section, I am stretching his neck, going side to side, turning in rotation, making sure that he has full motion. And y'all seen me do it before, but the 6 motions of the neck: to flex down, extend up, rotate left, rotate right, left turn, and right turn into lateral flexion. So I'm turning him towards me to adjust his 3rd vertebra, and it adjusted, and I rub it out. I can't stand those videos where people do a move real big and push back away from the horse, and it's so aggressive. I think we should hold on to them and rub them and let them know that it's okay. Someone sent me a video the other day of a horse doing that. And the horse was startled after the adjustment, and this guy's got like 85,000 views of his videos, and I just cringe watching them. But my goal here is to make sure it's not stressful for the horse and have him help me do the adjustment. He's turning to the right, and he knows what I'm doing, and he tells me where the segment is that needs to adjust, and then it moves. The horse is participating in this. It's not like I'm forcing him to do it. I love that part. Oh, I almost got my foot stepped on. And this is motioning the neck side to side to check each one of the bones if they're moving. A lot of time the horse thinks to move his whole body. Jessica's telling him, not your body, just your head. And we're gonna keep motioning all 7 of the neck vertebrae to make sure that they're properly moving. And he is a good boy, so I just rub it out. One more additional segment that's not moving at the base of the neck, and got it. And he feels much better, and his ears are up. Not stressed at all. Now, you're about to see, after I work on his releasing of his tension in his jaw, something truly incredible. When a horse yawns, you know that you've activated the higher levels of their vagus nerve. And that's a little yawn, and wait for it, wait for it. That is a really good yawn. Probably couldn't do that with his jaw at a place. Oh, it feels so good. Couldn't move like that. A lot of times horses, we call it experiment, and he'll experiment. He'll yawn and he'll move in ways that he couldn't move prior to the adjustment. That's what's so important about the adjustment, is that you free up that area that was not moving and you allow the innate intelligence of the body to start to unwind. When horses can unwind, their body can move how they're truly meant to. Maybe he couldn't turn to the right and now he's checking it. Maybe he couldn't extend his head out. Maybe he couldn't shake without having pain. He's thanking her, and then he's gonna thank me. They always do that after they feel better. Captain, and he had minimal misalignments, but she said he has a new friend in his pasture named Leo that bit him on the left neck and the left jaw and misaligned his left TMJ. So when horses have trauma, we always get them checked to make sure that they're well adjusted. And now we do Jackson. I love Jackson. Oh man, in this part of the video, Jackson starts to use his muzzle to scratch on Jessica's hand, and he's like trying to groom her. I was working on his rear end. He's doing the Fleming's response, but I was I was working on his hind end and doing some releases, and he started to feel it, and this is what he did in response. He kept rubbing her hand, but her hands were cold, so it was feeling strange. So I decided to move the camera over closer so you guys could take a look.
It's my fingers that need warming.
You gotta see what I'm doing to him. I'm trying to leave it at a distance because the horses don't like the tripod. So, all right, watch what I'm doing. So this is working the glute muscle, the butt muscle, and he's warming up Jessica's hands. So we're about to start on Twister, and Twister's owner said that he's doing great. So he said that she had his nose checked for breathing issues, and he's doing wonderful. She said today's the best he's ever ridden. So today's just a checkup and preventative adjustment. Now I'm gonna get up on the ladder and check his pelvis to make sure that it's moving. Jessica's controlling him, and if she has to, she can move him away from me if something should go wrong. Checking the motion of the joint, and I quickly realize once I compare both sides that I have to get down off the ladder because he has his pelvis dropped forward. This is very common with the horses that jump or do dressage. So in this part, I'm waiting for him to put pressure against me, and then I press the joint up, as you saw me do. It's quite common that the hip has gone forward, or I should say the pelvis, and just letting him process that adjustment because it is a big move. So now I'll finish rechecking it and making sure that they evened up properly, and they did. Now for this next move, I check the back leg, asking him to lift, and I have to set up very carefully, leg stance wide, holding the hoof. I'm thinking in these moments, how can I get away from his leg if he should kick? You know, a lot of people say, aren't you afraid to be kicked? But if you control the foot of the horse properly and having it tucked under, it eliminates their ability to kick. Now, if you are going to be kicked, you stand as close as possible and it doesn't hurt as bad. He's fighting me here. He doesn't want to stretch forward. And then he pulled back away from me and it adjusted. And you can see him thank me. And maybe it looks like it's aggressive, but he knows exactly how to use me as his lever to get the adjustment done. I just have to make sure I don't get in his way. Haha. So I ask him again to lift his leg into flexion, and you can see him attempting to kick backwards and not wanting to do it. So I reconnect with him, and I'm saying, come on, Twister. It's okay, buddy. Calm down. It's okay. You can see him lick and chew, but not much. I can feel like he's saying, try again. I'll be a good boy. He's afraid of something that it may hurt. So I start to release some of the tension in his muscles. Something's pinching or grabbing, maybe in the sciatic nerve down the hamstring. I ask him again to lift his leg. You can see his hesitation, but he wants to trust me. This is his third adjustment, so he's no stranger to it. And then I was able to finally stretch it and connect and check in with him again. I told him it was okay. He did a good job. You like that one, huh? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good stretch. Yeah. Now in this part, I'm going to ask him to lift his leg, and I check the motion of the pastern, the fetlock, the knee, and I start to extend, and I realize something's wrong. And I can feel like he's saying, I can't do it.
Turn around, please.
And I'm like, why can't he do it? And then I tell Jessica, turn his body around. It's because his tail, his hind end was higher and it was on a slant. So when I lifted his front leg into flexion forward, he wasn't stable enough. So we flipped him around and we tried that again. And then that wasn't it. So I realized that there's something else going on. So I stand there and I think, what else could it be? So he won't stand with his left leg out. So I realize the right shoulder must be out of place. And I ask him to extend his leg out. I'm trying to stretch the joint here and allow the tendons and ligaments to release. So with each time that I lift his leg, I'm stretching more of that shoulder sling and the shoulder joint. He's kicking and pawing, which is helping to loosen it up. I have a brief little talk with him and say, buddy, I need to adjust your shoulder. I need to adjust your shoulder. Give me one more try to get the angle right after it's stretched. I ask him to lift the leg, and I'm going to put his foot between my legs, extend the knee out, and then the shoulder released, and everything was better. Yeah.
He looked amazing. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Now I gotta figure out how to ride him like that. Thank
So,
you.
you're welcome. So that was Twister. Some minor misalignments and just a tune-up today in 5 different places in his body, but she said he's riding great. So now we just have a small break and then a next horse, and I think I'm hungry. So stay tuned. Hi, this is Daisy, and this is her 3rd adjustment, and she's gonna get adjusted today. She is a Palomino quarter horse, so she is the same type and color as my horse, Bodhi. So today we're gonna adjust her. She's been doing really good, less sore in the back. We do have trouble with her mouth sometimes, and she has some sore feet, so we're gonna see how she's doing. Jessica said y'all should look at her braid, so here's a look at the pretty braid that they did of her hair. Isn't that pretty? What would you call this kind of braid?
It's a running braid.
A running braid.
Oh,
okay.
And then this was shaved here for the halter. It's like a what do you,
Bridle path.
bridal patch.
Path.
Bridal path. Thank you, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
It's growing back out. Yeah, it's growing
Yeah.
back out. But the part that could go in the braid, wow, look at that. So pretty, and it keeps her hair from getting tangled and getting like those fairy knots in them, and keeps it from getting dirty. And she shows pretty with it when she's riding. Huh, Daisy? Daisy. Boop! I swear, y'all, horses always boop the camera. It's so awesome. And she did really good. Go Daisy! Team Daisy! Whoop whoop! She taught me how to do it, and I actually did it. Now her head's down eating her food, but I did do the braid, so there's proof that I can do that to Bodhi. So pretty, Daisy. Pretty girl. You're almost done with your food. Nibble, nibble.
Did you eat dinner? Huh? Were you enjoying outside time? Yes.
Okay, this is Zephyr, and we've adjusted him before. He's a beautiful horse. I don't know how you stay warm, because you don't have a ton of furry hair.
None of them do.
You don't, and you don't get blanketed, so, you know, we just take it back to the way it is in the north. They just let horses roam outside without blankets, sir. Haha. All right, let's do.
Taylor has a writing lesson this evening.
Oh, okay.
So they'll need to leave at like 5.
All right. Dad, no, I saw it. She's taking a Zephyr.
You watching Minnie? Oh, what you do to your face? It's not fresh.
Got a bobo?
Yeah,
It's got a bobo.
it's not fresh though, so they know.
Hi, ready? This side? Please? We're losing our son, Zeph. Good boy, you're welcome. Good boy, you're welcome. Yeah, good boy. His tail head is left hip and tail head were out.
Yeah.
Watch Zephyr's ears at this moment. He goes from listening to attention, detail,
Over the ladder?
listening, so his ears move different ways to hear different things. That's listening. That's not mad. Now pay attention to his back leg as I put pressure on the pelvis to adjust it how he helps me. Bend. It adjusted. He lifted his leg to help me.
They did. I know. Good boy. You like
You guys, that was cool. I was going to push on his hip like I normally do on that anterior hip. And as I was putting pressure, he started to close his eyes and then he bent his leg so I could do the adjustment. I mean, how cool is that? That horses just know, you know? So cool. So cool, Zephyr.
Sit down. And he's not putting his head back either.
Let me fix my chest and my back. Okay, that was a big leg. That was nice. Now you'll see me counting during this part, and I found out that if I touch the vertebra that needs to be adjusted, the horses will blink multiple times and turn their head towards me. He's helping do the adjustment with me. I'm not forcing him to do anything he doesn't want to do, and then rubbing it out. Y'all look great out there.
Thank you.
Chiropractic does the body good.
Oh yeah.
I hear the beat. It's in my chest. Got me feeling some kind of way. I confess the rhythm takes over. No room to rest. My heart's dancing. It's a love conquest. Oh, the melody. It's smooth and sweet, like honey dripping from a golden bee. It's the soundtrack to my soul's heat, making me move from my head to my feet. My heartbeat, yeah, it's pumping so loud. It's the rhythm of love, baby, that I found when the music plays. I just can't help but sway. Nothing else matters. It's my heart that obeys. Lost in the sound, my worries fade. Every note, every chord, a serenade with each beat of the drum. My spirit's unchained.
And this is one we've never done before. His name is Oliver. I'm going to show you some things that are really cool about Oliver.
there.
So I asked the owner, you know, how old Oliver is. He's 12 years old. And what you cannot tell is that Oliver has the coolest hair pattern. His hair stands straight up on end, which I forget the word, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong, or Mindy correct me if I'm wrong, but is it have to do with erection? It is called Pylo erection. So pylo is the hair follicle, and if you guys can see, his hair stands up on end, and they do this when we get cold to prepare their undercoat, and it's called pylo, which is like the hair follicle erection because it stands up. He is quite got a good seat, kind of like a couch, you know, a little couch like, but he's a very big-bodied horse. I mean, he's short. He said, "What? Excuse me? I am not a couch, ma'am." That's not what I mean. I just mean you have a really nice seat, which means it's quite, it's wider for like the bigger butt women, you know, because you're made for like the bigger butt women, you know, the ones that think they're gonna fall off, you know, because some of those horses are not as big as you and, you know, good as you.
I know.
Anyway. With that being said, Oliver, now that I've offended him, I hope he doesn't kick me. We're going to do his first adjustment that we know of. And Oliver's first adjustment. Aren't y'all jealous? I know, right? Everybody wants their first adjustment. So we're going to go over the eye, over the ear, down the body, along the spinal nerves, down the back. Here. That's a ladder. You okay with it? Okay. So I'm going to put it next to you right here, and I'm going to stand on it like this, okay? And then I'm going to check your pelvis. And
What was that, sir? Like the weird stick his tongue out thing and yeah, Tinder. Is that right?
okay, now I got to come a little higher because you're taller than I thought. All right.
Butt high.
Okay, hold. Whoa, whoa. I'm not going to do anything crazy. It's just massage. Look.
He's so good. That's your booty. You stretch it?
Booty, 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 rock on.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Right side. He's like, what's she doing to my rear end?
And why's that horse?
Jump. Oh my goodness, your hip is. Whew. Hey Mindy, come feel this.
Yeah.
He's like, please don't.
Put this hand on the os coccyx.
It's okay.
That one, yeah. Look at that one. How much
Whoa.
more anterior that
It's
one.
okay.
I feel the difference.
See, that one's
This one's
anterior.
like
It's
this way,
tilted.
and this one's
And
this way.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But I pumped this one and it moved, so it has to be this one.
Okay.
So that's why he was hesitant because it's tight. And then feel right here, all the musculature got rigid to accommodate for that.
Oh yeah.
How-
Yeah. Right here, especially, and then here's softer.
Yes.
There's
This
a little
one's-
bit here.
That one's knotted up because this is down, so this is having to work
Okay.
harder, you know? So we go, boom, push that back up. Oliver, comes from the cowboy ranch, and now he's at a dressage barn. So, combined training, thank you. Combined training barn. But he's like, what in the Sam Hill are they doing to my body? But then with that first adjustment, he's like, I'm ready to go. Butt tuck.
Little fat belly.
Number 2 in the low back is so heavy. Put your head down, then you release your low back. Stay. Alright, now we check your jaw. I don't think he even realized what we were doing until like right towards the end. He was like, what is this that y'all are doing to me? He did not know. That's so far as the newbie. Sure, put my finger in the bottom, coming up and in. Oh, there it goes. Now you got the assignment down. Now you got the assignment. Stick the tongue out and over. There you go. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's nice. You're just showing off now. You're just showing off. That's nice. Oh,
Maybe Harrison will switch with us and he'll put him up.
all right. You're all done with your first adjustment. You did a great. Remember to subscribe and like, because you guys aren't getting my notifications. Subscribe and like, please. And I'll see y'all on Sunday for Storytime Sunday at 4 p.m. All right, well, that's a wrap. 10 horses, 9 people, and I'm really not tired. I took a lot of vitamins today, so I think that helped me.